Today's video's lecture is about control of particulate matters in air pollution engineering. The factors affecting selection of the equipment depends on the size of the particulate pollution, concentration of the pollutant, corrosivity, volumetric flow rate, required collection efficiency, and cost of the project. Particulate emission control by mechanical separation. So the basic mechanism of removing particulate matter from the gas stream can be done by gravitational settling, centrifugal impaction, inertial impaction, direct interruption, diffusion, electrostatic precipitation. Equipment presently available will make use of one or more of the above mechanism fall into the following broad categories. We have gravity settling chambers, which use gravitational settling, and cyclonic separators uses centrifugal impaction, and fabric filters. So they have inertial impaction and direct interception, and electrostatic precipitator like electrostatic precipitation, and wet collectors uses diffusion mechanisms to remove particulate from the air. So the gravity settling chamber is generally used to remove larger abrasive particles, that is of particle size greater than 50 micrometer from the gas stream. It provides enlarged area to minimize horizontal velocity and allow time for the vertical velocity to carry the particle to the bottom. The usual velocity maintained in the chamber is between 0.5 to 2.5 meter per second. So this is similar to a sedimentation tank in water supply treatment or wastewater treatment. So the main advantage is simplicity. So maintenance cost is gradually reduced, and low pressure drop can be used as a pre-cleaner device. So the main drawbacks are, so it acquires larger space and low efficiency, larger size particle, that is particles of size greater than 50 micrometers are only separated by this process. So next we have cyclone separators. So cyclone separators uses centrifugal force to remove suspended particles from air molecule or from the flume. So we all know that the centrifugal force tends the larger size particles to move apart from the cyclic motion. So thus way it removes larger size particles from the moving air. So here we can see the larger size particles are on the periphery of the mechanism process. So this is a cyclone separator plan view. So we can see larger size particle around the periphery and smaller size particle along the middle part of the cyclonic separator. So as the particles or the gas moves in a circular motion, all the larger size particles are moved or forced to move out from the gaseous stream due to its weight by the centrifugal force. So that imparts removal of larger size particle from the air stream. So the major advantage is they are relatively inexpensive, simple to design and maintain, requires less floor area, low to moderate pressure drop, no moving parts, continuous disposal of solid particulates. The main disadvantages are low collection efficiency for particles below 5 to 10 micrometer, requires much headroom, operation problem, sensitive to variable dust loading and flow rates. We have larger diameter cyclones and main axial centrifugal separator or small diameter multi-cyclones, bottom entry cyclone separator for specific uses. So in the first top left diagram, so it is a top inlet where the air particle, so the pollutant air or the plume gas is forced to enter at the top of the cyclone separator. The dust is collected at the bottom and clean gas is escaped from the top of the cyclone separator. So top right is the axial inlet. So the pollutant gas is entered to the center of the cyclonic separator and the dust is collected at the bottom and clean gas is escaped from the top. And the bottommost is the bottom inlet where the pollutant gas is entered at the bottom and the clean gas is escaped at the top opposite corner to the inlet and dust is collected at the bottom. So we can see the clear picture of the bottom inlet type of cyclone separators. So we have a series combination of cyclones where the centrifugal force can be changed so that different size of particles separate in seriously connected different cyclone separators. Next, we see the fabric filter or baghouse. So here we can see the horizontal strips are called as filter bags, and the dirty air is entered in perpendicular direction to the filter bags. So here the simple filter mechanism occurs. So these filters are made of fabric material where the clean gas is passed through the top, whereas all the dust particles are collected in the filter bags. So baghouse is an air pollution control device that removes particulates out of air or gas released from commercial processes or combination devices. Baghouse came into widespread use in late 1970s after the invention of high temperature fabrics capable of withstanding temperature greater than 180 degrees Celsius. So the efficiency is 99.5%. So the mechanism of dust collection, inertial collection. Dust particles strike the fibers placed perpendicular to the gas flow direction, and then interception. Particles that do not cross the fluid streamlines come in contact with the fibers caused because of the fiber size. Submicrometer particles are diffused, increasing the probability of contact between the particles and the collecting surfaces. Electrostatic forces. The presence of an electrostatic charge on the particle and the filter can increase dust capture. Charged fabrics are in market for this purpose. The combination of these mechanisms results in the formation of dust cake on the filter, which eventually increase the resistance to the gas flow. The filter must be cleaned then periodically. So we can see different materials of fiber having different characteristics. For example, if we take cotton, so this can survive up to a temperature of 70 to 90 degrees Celsius to a maximum of 80. So it withstands acid poor, as we all know. Cotton shreds off in acid, and alkali, it is so fair with the alkali. So we have glass, so which can withstand 260 to 370 degrees Celsius, is excellent against acid and alkali. So depending on the concentration of the pollutant gas, we can choose different type of fiber material. Usually these fiber gases or electrostatic precipitators are used for commercial or industrial pollutant cleaners. So again we have bottom feed, top feed and exterior filtration process. So depending on the inlet of the pollutant gas. So these three are the different types of baghouses: mechanical shaker, reverse air baghouses and pulse jet baghouses. Mechanical shaker baghouses. So these we have the external mechanism to shake the filters, so thereby releasing the pollutant from the fibers. So the fibers are collected at the bottom. So the main advantages are have high collection efficiency for respirable dust, can use strong woven bags which can withstand intensified cleaning cycle to reduce residual dust buildup. Simple to operate, have low pressure drop of equivalent collection efficiencies. Disadvantage, have low air to cloth ratio, cannot be used in high temperature, require larger space and need larger number of filter bags. Reverse air baghouses. So we have seen butterfly valves are placed at the entry place of the clean gas, and we have bags supported. So here the dirty gas or pollutant gas is fed from the bottom, so it passes through the filter area and then the clean gas is collected at the top right corner. So the filters are backwashed with the air, so that enters in the opposite direction of the clean gas. The filtered solids, so during the backwashing, the fabric filters are squeezed up and all the dust particles are loosened and they are collected at the bottom of the filter. So the main advantages is have high collection efficiency of respirable dust, preferred for higher temperature due to gentle cleaning action. Disadvantages is required frequent cleaning because of gentle cleaning action, have no effective way to remove residual dust buildup.